I'll be here when you need me.
Okay.
Okay. So how are we doing today, gentlemen?
Well, hey there.
What?
Bubble up.
Okay. Those.
Words. Oh, James muted again. Oh, there he is.
I'm doing fantastic because I don't have to work for 3 days.
That's good.
I needed that.
It's, yeah. Hey, Vortex. The plan is to still do Doom Dark Ages tomorrow, Vortex. I haven't bought it yet. But that's still the plan. I'm
Put
made up my
everything
word.
Master Hammond taught me to good use. You can swing whatever you need. See you soon.
Yo, Vortex got XP in the chat. I noticed that in the Helldivers announcement stream that there was something with XP.
That I don't even want to talk about that live stream.
It was fine. It was just
No.
It should have just been a premiere. But other than that, it made perfect sense to me.
They should not have made any big deal beforehand. Word would have spread, regardless.
They make a big deal about
Making a
everything.
big deal
though.
out of it. Yeah, but making a big deal out of it made it seem like your existing customers might have something to be excited for. And I mean, while I get your angle of more reinforcements, I'm sorry, no, that's not exciting for me. I mean, I'm happy for those people that get to experience it, but that does literally nothing for me.
Yeah.
Horrible announcement. Okay, sorry, that's not true. Not a horrible announcement. Horribly handled announcement. The announcement's great.
Yeah. I think anything else would have felt out of character for them.
This could have been an email.
Good to go.
But I do feel like if it was any other game, that could have gone horribly wrong for them. But
I
because
still see that there's probably getting blowback. I bet you there's negativity around that. Not for the people that are just crazy, like fanboys that don't want anything to go on any other rival system, because that's stupid and
Yeah.
you should ignore that.
This'll
But
be easy.
like, I bet you there are people legitimately upset, like, dude, like, what is this bullshit?
so
And I don't blame them.
I did look through the comments. Like I scrolled through comments every single time I saw it posted from different outlets. I did only see one negative response, which surprised me a little bit that it was only one.
I don't think you looked hard enough.
I think
I'm ready for this.
I've said before.
I just know the internet. The internet is not something that would let this go.
Minnie, hush. I agree with any other game. But Helldivers is such an enigma.
Why do you feel that way?
So the community, a lot of it has to do with, I guess, the LARP of everything. Because a lot of the community is so bought in on the propaganda of just like, Super Earth, and like we need more reinforcements, all that kind of stuff. Like that's part of the experience for so many people to play Helldivers. That I think so many people, the noise is mostly coming from people that are like just really happy to be in on the bit. And like I mentioned the chat, it was really funny because I do agree that like it should have been a premiere, not a live stream. I don't know why they made it a live stream, but I do understand why it had a chat function, because it was one of the most, again, kind of like the ARG, it was one of the most coordinated chats I've ever seen. Because, like, they're just playing the score for Helldivers, which, gotta say, the Helldivers score, aside from the theme, is vastly underrated. I know everybody loves the theme.
It's really good.
It's really good. But when it got to the Super Earth anthem during the last 2 minutes, you know, the one that plays on the TV, the chat was like 98% of the chat that came in during that entire interval. And I'm saying 98% because I saw maybe 2 chats that weren't that, but it was just like, you know, people just getting in. But like the chat was constantly flooded with people putting either lowercase O7 or lowercase I0, which is supposed to be a salute. And so everybody just immediately like bought in and was just like, you know, all rise for the Super Earth Anthem. I think moments like that really thrive with the Helldivers community specifically because there's such a level of like fourth wall breaking, I guess, that happens within the community, that it's part of the experience. That moments like that where they announce literally anything where the community can be engaging with itself, I think it's given a lot more grace than other games would give. And I think that's why, at least one of the reasons why I would say Helldivers is a bit of an enigma. And I mean, I would, like, for other reasons too, but I do think that you could probably agree that it does continue to kind of defy expectation, or what you'd expect at least from other games. Because, like,
Are you talking specifically just community?
just everything. Like, community, yes, that's like the main aspect, but I do think the game has defied expectations in, you know, the fact that it's even a Sony published Xbox game now. That's very unprecedented, unless if I'm like missing.
One other game, but they're forced to MLB.
Yeah. But I would consider that being kind of like an exception to the rule, and the fact that it's gone through a myriad of controversies just to come out at the other end, maybe not stronger than ever, but achieving the strength that it had before it got quote-unquote canceled. Like, it's a game that refuses to stay down. And I think a lot of that does have to do with just the feeling of being a part of the Helldivers community. And part of that is having those moments where, like the ARG, like the announcements of like Super Earth being attacked, like things where people can say, I was there. It's like maybe a little ridiculous to say, like, people will be able to say I was there when we were told that there would be reinforcements from the Xbox front. But like, I do think that there's a lot of people that just really love the vibe of that. And that's just my guess of like one of the things that sets it apart. But I do think it's a very strange game that continues to defy expectations, and I love it for that. But I do think if it was like something else that didn't have
Gotta sharpen while I can.
a lot as much community grace, and I say that fully knowing that like the Helldivers community can be really shitty to the devs a lot of the times, but they always come back. And that's what I mean by grace. I think there's grace from people that are you know, the more patient type that are just like, let them cook. You know, they've proved themselves before, they'll do it again. There's that type of grace, but there's also the grace of people that get mad when something they don't like happens, when something they like gets nerfed or whatever, but they always come back. I think there's a level of grace found in that community that you don't find anywhere else. Like, if the Division or Destiny or other live service said they were doing an announcement and it was something like that, it would absolutely have not gone well. But I think there's a lot in the water for this specifically that again made it work for them. It probably shouldn't have worked, but I think it did. You are gonna have your
convinced it didn't go well.
I'll keep my eye on it. But I seriously like, because when that was all they announced, at first I was like, I wonder how people are going to feel about this. But like, I really haven't seen much negative sentiment at all.
Well, I'm not saying they should be like dragged through the mud for it, but I think the sentiment
It was
would
just
be
a little
disappointed.
underwhelming. Yeah, disappointment. Yeah, and that's totally understandable. And I mean, I obviously would have liked to get more information, like, you know, the promise of something. Like, I think if they had even added one other thing, like, hey, here's what's coming for people that are playing the game. Even if it was just like, hey, we're working on a balance patch, it should be here next month. Just something like that, just some little nugget. I think that disappointment would have gone away. But I do think, like, I totally understand the feeling of, that's it? For people who have been there the whole time. Gonna just knock him here.
You're mine to command.
So Vortex, do we know if these ranked comments are per stream, or is it like overall, like you're our #1 chatter on the channel, or just for this stream? Because it's going to be really funny if it's per stream. Because I feel like some people will be like, if they're here, they'll just randomly start spamming our chat, so they're #1.
I can only Vortex handle it. So.
Okay, so it's per stream. That's really funny. Now you can have a Dr. Disrespect style brag where you can be like, I'm the 2-time Chortle Games live stream #1 chatter. Whatever happened to him? Is he still canceled?
I have no idea. I don't pay attention.
I don't either.
My chance.
It's good that he's canceled.
Not for what he was accused of. That I unfollowed and stopped.
Yeah.
Just because he admitted, like, I would have waited if, like,
Yeah, innocent till proven guilty.
Yeah, I'm not one, like, but he, like, admitted it, so I'm like, nah,
Yeah,
I'm
and he
good.
would, like, when he did the whole thing where he's like, do you even know what the legal definition of consent is?
Yeah.
Or it was like, ooh.
Yeah, I was out by then.
Yep.
Hope you've got insurance.
Like, no one, I mean, I do try to separate artists from, like, their art, but he's
Yeah.
not an artist. Like, he's
No.
a guy that plays video games. He's a personality.
I try to, but there are certain artists that I can't do that with, and a lot of the time it's because they refuse to separate the art from themselves.
Sometimes, I
Kojima.
mean, it's an expression. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely an expression.
But when one's own brand is a part of their art, and and they're incapable of separating themselves from it, and their perception, then I have a hard time separating them. But
Your
usually,
hard on for Kojima though is odd.
it is the exact opposite. Look, I am not saying that Kojima's work in the past is bad. I couldn't say that because I've yet to play any of them. I would like to. But what I am
Are
saying...
you sure? Are you
Yes,
sure?
yes, I'm sure. What I am saying is
Sweet.
he is given way more leniency on basically everything.
But isn't that a problem with just the reputation he's built up and not necessarily his fault? Like, he can't control what other people give him a pass at.
Well, considering he put himself as his own constellation in Destiny 2.
It's literally a constellation. There's just a level of, and if he would just shut up, then I wouldn't be so annoyed with him. But he's the kind of person who, makes a podcast and is like, hey, come listen to my podcast. It's a really big deal. And then proceeds to say nothing of interest in his podcast. He has so many things to say, but nothing he has to say has any value whatsoever. And like he'll do a movie review on Twitter. He'll be like, "I saw the Marvels. I didn't get it." And then people will be like, "Dude, Kojima cooked with this tweet." It's like,
Again, not his fault that people say that.
it's not his fault that they say that, but he absolutely has built this cult of personality around him where he knows
Be careful! Be careful!
exactly what's going on. And what was I going to say? Everything I've seen for Death Stranding looks so dumb, and I'm not trying to yuck somebody's yum or whatever, but when people are posting, like, unironically, this is pure cinema, when it's just a scene that was probably an elevator pitch while he was, just absolutely baked out of his mind. Like, weird does not equate to quality. Sometimes it can, but one does not immediately equal the other, right? But if Kojima does it, then the perception is that it is. And again, I know that's not his fault that people are stupid and refuse to think about any of his work, realistically. But he's also the kind of person...
That's bold coming from someone who just admitted 2 minutes ago you've never played any of his work.
I know, but I've seen content that he has made, and I can look at it objectively and be like, this doesn't make any sense. This is weird. Why do people like this?
Out of context, probably.
I don't need context for a fight scene where Daryl Dixon, that's his name, right, in Walking Dead, where he goes to a pizza man and fights him while they're making pizza together. I don't need there's nothing in that, because the tone of
If that happened in Yakuza, you would love it, but
because the tone of Yakuza is predetermined to be that way.
God. All right, we're not gonna get anywhere with this.
My point being, I said this to either Vortex or also, I can't remember, if something like that happened in something like Scott Pilgrim, it would be fine, because the tone makes, the tone matches.
The tone doesn't have to match throughout the entire presentation of a game. Like, there can be moments where it switches it up, and a lot of times those are the moments that are memorable.
But a lot of these moments completely break character, and that's all people are talking about. And that's not my problem with him specifically. That's more my problem with his fan base. But a lot of my problem with him comes to the issue when he will say something like when Death Stranding 1 came out, and he'll say, paraphrasing, but not too much, I think Death Stranding 1 didn't do well in the West because Westerners only like shooter games, and they just didn't get it. And then he proceeds to make the director's cut of Death Stranding 1 more action-oriented, and Death Stranding 2 more action-oriented and more like a shooter. And then says that he doesn't want something to be perceived well because then it's not divisive and it's not true art. It's just, make up your mind. Stop acting like you don't want all of this praise when clearly you're obsessed with the praise. It's that kind of mentality. I just don't respect that. And I just don't trust a single word the man says, because he's a bullshitter.
I've finished almost every Kojima game he's ever released, and I'll be honest, I have not followed him nearly as closely as you follow him. I don't know any of that stuff.
I don't seek the man out. It keeps finding me. I don't. I would be a much happier person if I never saw his name or face ever again. But it keeps showing up because games journalists have his dick so far down their throat.
I kind of like riling you up. It's kind of fun.
I'm not riled up. I just don't want to.
A little bit.
I'd be riled up if I thought this would go. I know that agree to disagree is where this is going to land. I would be riled up if I felt like I was not able to properly communicate what I'm thinking, and I understand that we're coming from different places. That would rile me up if I felt like I was just not able to words, you know?
This should fix it.
But,
I mean, you're articulating your feelings just
Yeah.
fine. I just don't agree with it.
right, and that's
I mean, it's your opinion, obviously.
and that's why I'm not bothered by it. But like seriously, I do not seek this man out. Like, I pity the man that actively looks up the name of somebody that he can't stand as much as I can't stand anything to do with him. Like, that is a sad existence, and that is not me. Like, it's just because, like, the whole thing where he said, "Gosh, the previews that happened like a month ago, everyone praised the game way too much. They said it was too good. I'm gonna have to rewrite the game and make it worse so that it's art." I saw that from 5 different publications.
Okay, but do you know that was exactly what he said, or was that
So it was
mistranslated or
So
misquoted?
So it was a quote from Woodkid, who I didn't realize until that article was involved in the music with Death Stranding 2 or something like that. I don't know if he did all of it, but he was definitely involved. And Woodkid basically said that that's what Kojima said to him, or it was secondhand. But and also Kojima says, "I'm really torn up about all of these spoilers that are coming out about Death Stranding 2, but I guess it's my fault because I'm posting a lot of them." It's like, what are you talking about? It just annoys me when someone that clearly has nothing interesting to say has such an audience and just won't shut up. Austin, you're not getting that first place. Vortex
Is he
said hi for
chatting?
this. Yeah,
No, I'm here.
you were
You haven't
chatting.
said anything in a while.
I was out. If you guys, I was letting you guys talk.
Yeah, and again, I'm not trying to say you're like anyone's stupid for liking it. It's a lot of it is just I don't get it. I
Well,
don't.
most of your grievances with Death Stranding, I don't particularly like Death Stranding. I like.
Well,
the
that's my entire grievance, because my entire grievance has to do with modern Kojima. I have no comment about him pre Death Stranding when he worked on Metal Gear, because like he wasn't such a presence then. Like, he was obviously admired and revered, but part of my thinking, I call it a theory if you want, I guess, is that because he was done so dirty by Konami, that kind of started this huge following of like rallying behind him, and that was kind
a lot
of
of people were mad at Konami. For
yeah,
sure.
and rightfully so. Like, he was done dirty, but I think that's where a lot of this started, where it was like an underdog story to see someone go from that to, you know, having his own studio and doing his own, but you know, they went too far. They forgot to stop.
Yeah, now Konami's actually making a big turnaround.
Yeah,
Kind of good to see.
yeah. But yeah, a lot of it's just I don't get it, and I struggle a lot with feeling out of touch, because part of my value, I feel, is being able to relate to people, or being able to, you know, effectively communicate with people. And when something is happening that I feel like is the biggest grift in like world history, which is the obsession with modern Kojima, it's just like, what is going on? Why don't I get this? Am I this out of touch? Am I ever going to relate to man ever again? I mean, everything that... I mean, I'm not alone in this. I'm alone in my excessive vitriol, but I am not alone in thinking that Death Stranding 1 and 2 just look really stupid.
I'll laugh my ass off in 5 years. You play Death Stranding 2, and it becomes your favorite game of all time.
Never gonna
I think
happen.
that'd be
Never gonna happen.
hilarious.
And you know what?
I think that'd be hilarious.
I'll fully admit this. Even if, you know, I did play Death Stranding and I liked it, you would never know
wouldn't
about
say
it.
anything.
I wouldn't say a damn word. I'd have a
you
Smurf PlayStation account. I would be the best closeted Hideo Kojima fan you'd never know. It's never gonna happen, but you'd never know. And a lot of that is pride. I know that, like, it is, but like, a lot of it too is just that, like, part of me, and I fully acknowledge that there's bias there, that I tend to struggle with, because I don't respect not respect him as a person. I do not like people that have that much of an ego. Ego really turns me off of a person's character, earned or not. And so, like, part of it is just like, I kind of want this guy to suck.
Nope.
But again, I fully acknowledge that. I know where my blind spots are. I am nothing if not honest, except for apparently 5 years from now when I play Death Stranding 2 and it becomes my favorite game ever. How did I end up over? Look at where I ended up in that cutscene. I'm on the other side of the cliff.
Don't
Mind if I do?
But to end this conversation, I will say, you know, to be positive, if he ever does something in like film, like if he ever collaborates with a filmmaker to make a movie, I'd be really interested in seeing that.
Yeah, you might get your wish with Sony's next game with him.
Is that the horror game that?
No, that's with Xbox. Well, if that's even still a thing.
Yeah.
Xbox just literally canceled everything.
Vortex said, from the clips I've seen, Kojima's work gives me major 2010 machinima vibes, and I can't tell if it's supposed to be serious at this point. Kojima would say yes, it's serious,
Good job, buddy.
but because, like, again, Kojima's the kind of person that says, and this is literally something he said when promoting Death Stranding 1, this is the kind of thing that makes me not like him. Oh, I got I needed the mantle, not the gems. He said, Death Stranding goes back to the roots of video game history because Mario in Donkey Kong climbed ladders, and Sam Porter Bridges uses a ladder as well.
Yep, direct quote.
And like that actually riles me up because it's like,
Makes perfect sense. I mean, it's 100% true.
well, you know what? He has hair too.
That's, I mean, Donkey Kong ripped off Kojima.
Yeah,
Confirmed.
yeah, it's true. But
Kojima
Kojima
try to be original. Jesus.
Kojima would tell you, for the sake of art, that Death Stranding is trying to say something. It means something. It is about connecting the world, not staying inside, but going outside and connecting with a person, which, you know, is a valuable lesson. There's like,
Right, yeah. And the sequel should be like, should we have connected? I think that would be like a strong follow-up, you know, like the dangers of actually connecting, and like, was it a good idea? That would,
because if you
sure,
connect,
that
then
would-
you
that
might
would
get in a
be-
fist fight with a pizza man while he's trying to cook a pizza.
That would be like, that might have some, you know, some weight behind it. That might be really interesting.
See, I don't think so, because I think,
Oh.
well, I think asking the question overall doesn't make sense, because, like, obviously, a resounding yes, we should not isolate ourselves, but questioning some of those connections, sure. But anyway, but yeah, Kojima would absolutely say that it's serious, it's meant to be taken seriously.
Be sure to check the
But he does these like overly stylistic things where, even though it's, you know, supposed to be set in an apocalypse, ooh, we're fighting Aurora Somnicanth, cool. And it's supposed to have like this very dreary tone. You've got these moments that completely break kayfabe. Yes, I said kayfabe. And suddenly these scenes, which a lot of people remember and talk about, which this has been most of what I've seen for Death Stranding 2, those scenes where it completely breaks kayfabe and characters just kind of acting however for the sake of the scene to be funny, then suddenly it's like, what does tone even mean to this game? How can I take any of these scenes seriously when characters act in scenes just the way they need to for Kojima to get a kick out of it? And to an extent, that's fine to do, but again, you can't, in that case, have your cake and eat it too. There has to be a line. If you're going to be, like, super out there and, like, absurdist, then establish your series in a world where it's supposed to mimic a video game like Scott Pilgrim. That way, anything kind of goes. But if you're trying to be realistic, then you can't just do scenes where whatever happens, because then you've suddenly undermined everything else.
Special quest has been added.
And I feel
I
that
do
like
Scott
that's.
Pilgrim.
I love Scott Pilgrim
Take care.
because it sets itself up to earn that tone. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It acknowledges that its entire existence is homage to like 90s gaming. It takes place in a world where when people die, they fall into a pile of coins shaped like a person. So it's okay there because the story never once, like, there are like real character moments and everything, but the world itself is rooted in this absurdity. Hello, Savage Fox. Vortex, don't lose that number 1. Austin, your Savage Fox is gunning for your number 2 slot. You gonna take bronze like that?
Sure.
Don't be a bitch, Austin.
I'd also like to say, one, I can't have an opinion on Kojima because I've never played a single one of his games. Second, I have Kushala Diora.
Oh, nice. Well, we're gonna do Aurora Summer Camp. We can help you with Kushala later.
Okay.
But like, take the whole tone conversation. Take The Last of Us. If there was a scene in The Last of Us where Ellie was kidnapped and Joel finds the kidnappers, and the way you resolve that situation is that Joel and the kidnapper face off in a game of Guitar Hero. How do you walk away from that scene? Like, what would you be like? That was whimsical and weird. Or would you be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's completely different, though.
It's not.
It is.
Because what would you say? Like, is Death Stranding a serious game?
And sometimes I think
Time for a rest.
I would say, at its core,
The
it's
Last of Us is always serious. Like, there is no breaking. There's humor in The Last of Us,
right.
subtle humor, but it's always
But-
serious
but-
and dark.
But it's really about the world that everything is set in. It's like, what is the tone of the place that I am in?
I don't know the scene you're talking about, so I have zero context, and I don't know where it takes place and why it takes place, so I can't argue
there's
for
like-
it or against it.
There's 2 scenes that come to mind. Congratulations,
But you
Fox.
have no context for these scenes. Like, you've not played the game.
Right.
You don't know where it takes place. You don't know what leads to it. Like any of that.
But I know the tone of the game is supposed to be serious, and it's supposed to be a story that is trying to say something important, and like,
How do you know that, though?
because I've heard the way he talks about it, I've heard the way people talk about it, I've read reviews for the game. If I was playing Last of Us Part 2 and had Neil's face in the stars like in Death Stranding, I would have punched a hole through my TV. I know using Last of Us, Austin Quest Post, I know using Last of Us is definitely an extreme. But like, say Uncharted. That's probably a better tonal comparison. Uncharted is a game set in a relatively grounded world with a lot of humor. I'd say probably more of a humorous tone than Death Stranding. And yet, if there was a moment where Nathan Drake had to do like karaoke or Guitar Hero against an enemy to save somebody, it'd be really fucking weird. And people would be like, what was that? That didn't fit at all. I miss Uncharted as well, Vortex. But honestly, I don't want it to come back.
It's definitely coming back.
Yeah. But I feel like it just ended so well. And it was such a good saga.
I still think I think...
Austin, ready up.
I don't know, I guess.
Give me a few more moments.
I really thought much about it, how they would continue. I know the running theory is his daughter, right? Like, that's kind of the running theory. Like, make it his daughter. Make him a support character.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going back to Sam and Sully. I feel like there's a lot you could do with that dynamic because they don't really trust each other, and so you could build a lot of that bond. Or just do something else entirely.
Yeah.
I honestly would be okay with, like... I just don't want them to...
called Uncharted and
Yeah.
different characters.
Yeah, like, just do something new, but, like, you can call it Uncharted. Still make it something that has that vibe of Uncharted, but don't dig up Drake's corpse. Let him rest.
But do you think Uncharted would be the same without Drake?
No, but it doesn't have to be.
So Lost Legacy was really good. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was very good, but it did miss. I think having him in a support role would be better than not having him in the game at all.
Yeah. But, like,
He becomes the Sully.
That's what
and his
Vortex
daughter
literally
becomes
just said.
Nate.
Yeah, what if
Yeah.
Nathan just ends up being...
I'm not reading chat, by the way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he said that.
Which, I think that's the only way you could work Nate into, like, coming out of retirement to be a treasure hunter, is if it was for family. Because 4 made this really big deal about Nathan having been retired, but he came out of retirement because he needed to feel alive again, and it was for family. But then, like, it's supposed to be a big deal that he was really okay with settling down and things getting to the way they were.
4 was so good. Oh my God,
I
love 4.
love 4.
People are like against 4.
I don't
for whatever
understand
reason.
why.
I don't either. It's my second favorite.
Hey, Jayzilla.
Gameplay wise, it's easily the best. Story wise, it's probably my second favorite.
See, I think I've said this before, but for me, Uncharted only gets better. So, like,
Which one? Which
go,
one was 4?
4 was the one where it's...
I think 3 is like a sidestep almost. Like I love 3. Don't get me wrong, but
See,
I think 2 is better than 3.
3, all things considered, I think is my second favorite because it was a lot more character driven, and we hadn't really gotten a lot of that because it had a lot to do with Nathan and Sully, and it felt more like a globetrotting adventure than 2 did. Because as good as 2 was, 2 felt like it stayed in the same place for a really long time.
Characters, see that I felt the characters were a misstep in 3. Like Chloe is barely in it. Cutter is like mysteriously like breaks his arm and then he's gone for good. It's just like the villain Marlowe, kind of one note, but that's not really fair because most Uncharted villains are one note.
Well, yeah. I think that Cutter could have been a lot more interesting if they had just landed the plane with him better. Chloe, she was just kind of there, but
Yeah, I really like Chloe.
to me, it's all about Nathan and Sully.
That dynamic with the love triangle in 2 was really well done, I thought, too, for the most part.
Yeah. And I'm not knocking 2. I just because I replayed through the entire series a few years ago. And like I was surprised because my thought from initially playing was like, oh man, 2 was the best. But playing through them all again, it was like, man, I just really vibed with 3.
Sweet. No, I mean I love 3 too.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I really do like 3 a lot.
Yeah.
I prefer 2 slightly.
Yeah.
But
And I feel like that's a lot of people would say the same. But for me, like 1 felt like a good first attempt. Like, yeah, I definitely want to see more than this. 2 absolutely hit the stride, and it was comparing, like it was, like comparing 9s to 9.2s from that point forward. You know, like it was just they were all such great experiences.
Yeah.
But 4, I loved the dynamic of Sam and Nate. I love.
He was kind of brought out of nowhere.
He was,
bit, but they did a decent job of kind of like explaining. Like I feel like,
and like at least it didn't. Yeah, it was one of those things where it's kind of like. I think the important part is that you just say like, look, we're not retconning anything. We're just adding this in, and if you can just suspend your disbelief and get past that, then you're gonna have a really good time.
I liked the story too, like their backstory. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
God, I really love 4. I should play 4 again.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I loved the multiplayer on 4 too.
Yeah, I played the survival mode a good bit. I really enjoyed that. I never played the PvP.
I love the PvP. I was talking about the PvP.
I figured.
Who is this guy? Oh no, we fought this person.
This is Somnicanth, but it's Aurora Somnicanth. So he does ice, I think, instead of sleep.
Oh, I see. Now you got me wanting to play Uncharted.
Do it. You're welcome. I will not apologize.
I should go through 3 though. I think I only went through 3 once on PS3.
I recommend playing through 3 again.
And I know it's on PS4. I wish they updated those to like 4K and everything.
Yeah.
Like I know they're 1080p and 60, but
like if you're ever like Uncharted is one of those series that like it absolutely plays well on like a full series binge.
yeah,
1 can drag a bit, but it's
1
just
through 2. Yeah, 1 can because it's like shooting arenas after shooting arenas.
and it's a first attempt for its time. It was like this is really cool. I enjoy this
For sure. I remember like
yeah.
More for the characters and like it really expanded like character driven video games. Like I feel like
Yeah.
obviously Last of Us was kind of the pinnacle I think of that, but I think it started with Uncharted for sure.
Yeah. I agree with that.
The character didn't even get to finish. He's like, "You're and then he just got.
I love when that happened.
Like, whoops. Ah,
These characters
man,
are such sassy bitches.
I'm gonna make sure I got Uncharted
Do it.
installed. I think
You
I'd
know-
start with 3 to be honest, because I semi-recently, and when I say not semi-recently, like within the last couple years, I know I went through 1 and 2 in that collection, and I think I stopped at 3 for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Probably just got sidetracked. But,
Right. I also love how Uncharted handles legends and actual monsters because I've never actually questioned it even as an adult. So I had a great, my first time playing Uncharted was when I was living in Arizona working at GameStop. All I knew was just, the character of Nathan Drake. And that he was, the swashbuckling, charismatic hero. I knew nothing else about the story. So I had a great experience when the first one suddenly turned into, the Nazi submarine. And there's
that was a pretty cool set piece.
I was so caught off guard because I was like, wait, there's supernatural shit in this?
Yeah, and it's
But it was
always
great.
been a thing, and
Yeah.
all of them. There's
Except for
some,
4.
They teased it with like
The
they
pirate
teased it a little
captain.
bit. Yeah, the pirate. Yeah, but yeah, I really liked 4. Like, God, that was so good. What a banger of a game.
Yeah.
That was what 2015, 2016.
I want to say 2016.
Damn. Yeah, because the dude that did Lost Legacy, he left the studio, and I know he's back now, so I think it's safe to assume he's working on some Uncharted type project, whether that be a remake or
I hope it's not a remake.
continuation. I mean, you gotta think, like, Uncharted 1 was 2007, so
Yep.
there's like a lot of gamers that probably couldn't go back to Uncharted. Like, just given how dated it is, even though, you know, you and I could play it just fine, there's like a whole generation
Yeah.
that wouldn't go play it, you know what I mean? 'Cause they're just weird. They don't like good games. Oh,
Yeah, but I feel
Austin,
like
those controls.
Austin.
I think you might be away.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I mean, normally I would say that like you can't do a remake for a series like that if you don't plan on remaking all of them, which would never happen. But then again, Resident Evil's here, and
yeah.
So, like,
and they've been super successful.
they
like,
have.
I mean, I know Resident Evil's old.
And I mean, I would also
Uncharted, but
I would also argue though that Capcom is also putting a lot more into those projects than Naughty Dog can afford to give up. Because I mean, Naughty Dog's, I mean, they're not small, but they're, I don't know if they're big enough to, you know, be doing the projects that they're doing and also
Maybe.
do like a full redesign of older games.
what did you hear? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Austin. We've been talking a lot. Go ahead.
Okay.
Were you gonna say something? Or...
Was Naughty Dog the one that did Last of Us? Or?
Yeah, Uncharted
and
Last of Us.
Uncharted. Yeah, both of them.
I
Both
was
of
gonna
them.
say I think they'd rather put more money into more Last of Us than
They will. That was actually going to be my point. So Neil Druckmann, who is the writer,
Yeah.
director, head of Naughty Dog, and the writer of Last of Us, he stepped away from season 3, and so did Hallie Gross,
Right. I
whatever,
did hear
who
that.
co-wrote. So, what do you think they're going to write?
I mean, there's no telling. I would
Pretty
be
obvious.
I would be excited about Last of Us if they would just move on from Joel and Ellie, both of them, and tell other stories in the world because the world's really interesting. But those characters have run their course.
I disagree.
I know.
I think you kind of need. Now, I don't disagree that I think the world is super interesting, and I think you can make games without them. I think the survival game would have been a
Yeah.
home run, to be honest. I really
Yeah.
do. I can't believe they gave up on that, but I still think like part 1, part 2, part 3 needs to have Joel and Ellie, and then you can do side stories if you want to.
But what story is there left to tell with them?
Well, he did say that he had a concept for part 3. So if it's called part 3, it's going to be Joel and Ellie. Or at least Ellie, obviously.
I was about to say, isn't Joel dead?
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Austin's been on the internet for more than 5 minutes since 2021. He knows that Joel's dead.
But that doesn't mean that there can't be scenes and stuff that they
Like,
handled.
flashbacks.
The way they handled 2, like he was still in the game very
Right.
much. So
Time for some sharpening.
Okay, more like carrot cake.
You're eating more carrot cake?
I don't know.
Weren't you
Yeah,
complaining that you ate too much carrot cake?
I didn't say I didn't eat. I didn't say I ate too much. All I did
I say not enough.
I don't have no sense.
And that's
Could have.
Targeting you. Here for you. You're better than that.
Start again?
What? You good?
Yeah.
Are you just distracted? Are you eating carrot cake with one hand while playing this game with the other hand?
No, that complete flip and like tail flip she just did had a second attack. How you got hit through your next Shogeki? That just happened to me. So like I had my counter activate, but then I immediately got hit by another attack. Which did and that's almost a white hit. So like, meaning I need to heal again.
Almost killed me.
Yeah. like my armor still isn't meant for this rare.
Right.
Like I'm not properly.
Here comes the pain.
It'd be great if someone finally made a Dead Space series. It's the one game that's actually large enough to deserve an actual show. A show for Dead Space would be hard.
Yeah, I think so too.
The kind of budget you'd need for those effects.
Yeah, sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi is always expensive.
And
if
like,
you're gonna do it
I mean,
right.
it would be like very indoors. Like set design wouldn't be bad, but like there are enough like crazy concepts in Dead Space that are like a core part of it that you know.
You could follow like PSEC or something like that. I don't think you could do Isaac.
No.
I think you'd have to follow like a band of either like zealots of why am I blanking on their
I can't remember what the gosh.
Altman be praised.
Oh, yeah.
Unitology.
That's
Unitology. You know, you could. Yeah, I guess I take back what I said. I think you could maybe do something interesting with the show.
You could definitely do something interesting. It would just be
No, you don't.
Expensive.
expensive.
I
mean-
mean, EA fuckers.
No.
Bring back an amazing remake and then. Oh, it's back on ice. We didn't sell 8 million copies like Resident Evil. Bitch, you ain't Resident Evil. You ain't selling like Resident Evil, okay? Resident Evil only sells like Resident Evil.
What are your thoughts on all the Xbox stuff and Perfect Dark?
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks because I thought, okay, here's the thing. I remember watching that, and I could call it like, there's no secret. I'm more pro Sony, right? Like you guys know that. I prefer to play games on Sony platforms, which if someone prefers to play games on Xbox, I've got no issue with that. The shills, on both sides, to be honest, are annoying as fuck. I hate listening to them. I feel there's, like, for instance, I don't know, maybe you know these personalities, like Mr. Matty Plays. I think he prefers to play on Xbox or has a preference for Xbox. I don't feel he's a shill. Whereas someone like, let's say, Destin from Destiny 2 or whatever, like Destin Legarity or whatever from IGN, or even Paris. I don't know if you know any of these people. Like I feel like those are or Jez Corden. I think he's a shill for Xbox, which I don't know. It just does a disservice for everything. But
It does.
anyways, sidetracked. When I watched Perfect Dark and I saw the way the game looked, like the concept I thought looked interesting because it looked kind of like an immersive sim, like Deus Ex.
Right.
But I'm like, dude, this is not real gameplay.
No,
I'm
it's not.
sorry. It was a proof of concept. It was like a vertical slice. Like, I could tell right off the rip. I'm like, dude, there's no way.
Were they trying to pass it off as not that?
I guess I don't know. I'm not trying to say
Because I got that impression too, and I just didn't remember them saying like actual gameplay.
I
or anything.
can't say for sure. But it just reeked of like. I don't think companies should do vertical slices anymore. I know that was a thing. I know obviously Killzone 2 is famous for it. Like that was obviously a vertical slice. Just so happened that Killzone 2 turned out to be a pretty banger of a game and looked pretty fantastic. Definitely didn't look as good as that trailer, but
what are you talking about? It's worked for Ubisoft every single time they've done it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What are we talking about now?
Just like game companies doing vertical slices rather than like actual gameplay. I love Watch Dogs. I'm sorry. Watch Dogs is amazing.
I love it too.
I know, like, I know it's not the vertical slice gameplay that we got, but I still love it.
Okay.
Joey, it'd be really fun if we filled in a major order, but I highly doubt that we will. Jayzilla, great job on that Lucid Nargacuga.
This one's gonna hit hard.
And the thing that sucks about that is Dead Space 2 would have been everyone's favorite story-wise and gameplay-wise. I'm pretty sure it's everyone's. Yeah.
It is. Dead Space 2 is an improvement on literally everything in Dead Space 1.
The
for the
early
most part.
the early to mid 2000s, I feel like, was an era of like the strongest like sequels, because like Mass Effect 2, Uncharted 2, Dead Space 2, Gears of War 2, like
you could churn them out so much quicker
Yeah.
than you can now to, you know, like, and just basically improve upon all the things people liked in the first game.
right.
I will say though, a Dead Space 2 remake would have a little bit more trouble like gelling with people as much as the original, just because the remake took so much of what Dead Space 2 already corrected. So I feel like Dead Space 2, although I would love to get it and love to see it, I still feel as though, you know, it wouldn't, not necessarily wouldn't resonate as much with an audience as much as like the remake did, but I feel like some of like the wowness factor of
Yeah.
the remake would be lost on it because the remake already corrected a lot of it.
I do think so, but I think
makes
there's
sense.
enough of that. Like, I think Dead Space 2, to Vortex's point, it was a lot of people's favorite story-wise and gameplay-wise. So I think that there would be that wouldn't be as much of an issue with it, because people would still be there for the story, you know. So I don't feel like
Oh, for sure.
Dead Space
Yeah.
2
And the
was
set
as
pieces.
well revered because of how much of an improvement it was. Like that part was part of it, but I don't think that was the majority.
I love Dead Space 2. Oh my god,
Yeah.
so good. They expanded on unitology, like going to the church. It was. I just love the world. Dead Space has a really interesting world.
It does.
Really well written, I think, for the most part.
Yeah.
I thought the remake did a fantastic job too of incorporating like story beats from later games in the series
Yeah.
and like kind of making them fit a little better.
Right.
So I was really looking forward to this, like, a Dead Space 2 remake. Really unfortunate that they shelved it again. But EA is gonna EA.
Yep. Meanwhile, Andrew Wilson is getting considered for the role of CEO of Disney.
Good. Let him leave EA. I'd be okay with that.
I don't
Someone
know.
in there that actually likes games.
Yeah, but Disney's got enough influence. Do you really want him having that kind of influence?
I think EA. Well, Disney's dead to me. I'm not sure about anything Disney anymore. But
Yeah.
I think EA. Shit. What was I gonna say now? Oh, I don't think. I think they've kind of learned their lesson on properties. Like I feel
To
as though
not
they're probably not gonna-
license?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's enough money in it, and they spend a lot of money, and the return isn't as great as if they were to just
Yeah, there's no
make
full ownership.
an original. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like they kind of are gonna stray away from that.
This bitch will not go down.
I know, right? Oh shit.
Get ready!
Yeah, she's weak. Also, between Wilds and Rise, they swapped the buttons for the glaive for aerial combos, and it's throwing me. So in this game, circle is the spinning slash that I can do on repeat. Triangle is the one where I like fall downward. In Wilds, it's the opposite, and I don't know why. Give me that orange.
He's getting weaker!
I'll just stay taking like that.
Okay. He's gonna try to dive bomber.
Go!
What glaive is that?
What?
What glaive is that?
Camera.
Oh, okay.
It's a very interesting design. Of course, I remember the Doom movie with Carl Urban and The Rock.
I never watched it. I mean, I know of it, but I've never seen it.
It's not as bad as everyone remembers, but it's not very
She's
good.
eating. I eat bacon. I want to just fight it.
Yeah. As is typical, Carl Urban was the best part of that movie. Man's never been bad at anything.
Dread was so good.
It was.
It's just sad that they like completely shelved that.
Yep.
I feel like they were gonna make like a series as well. That
Yeah, it was Mega City 1, I think.
yeah, that went on ice. There we go.
I kill all followers monster and all of this anomaly monsters as well as Master Rank 84, not bad. The first person scene was pretty good. Yeah, Joey. That's the part that everybody remembers.
Is Joey in chat?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I think a lot of the criticism for the Doom movie with The Rock is that it came out like right after Doom 3, and it was trying to emulate Doom 3, but everyone thought it was going to be like the really high-paced or high adrenaline, fast-paced action of the previous two games. When it was definitely going for more of like a sci-fi horror.
I think just video game movies in general just had not hit its stride yet. Like they're starting to get pretty good.
Yeah.
I think now that they weird concept, they stayed more true to the source material and they seem to be more successful. What a shocker.
Hey there. Well. Ah, Hunter. Yes.
James, have you heard about Anthem?
So long.
I have.
We're going to do a farewell stream for Anthem at some point this year.
Yes.
Joey, they're shutting down Anthem. It's a matter of time. But, you know, EA gonna EA.
Let us fight for
Yeah,
the
we should.
princess.
Fuck yeah.
Chat with Cheech for all your questing needs.
I think it's super easy to get armor spheres in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, ridiculously easy.
Yeah. Very soon I will become a god in Monster Hunter right after I kill a Primordial Malzeno. Good luck, Jay Zella. It's not easy. And I know you probably know that at this point, but he is rough.
I'd one-shot that bitch.
We're going to hunt the Magnamalo.
Yeah. One-shot this
How
bitch,
are we
too.
doing today? Next time.
I would love if it would give us some freaking switch skills.
I think we're not doing any of the required.
I haven't seen any of the quests pop up.
Oh. Who's supposed to give him? Hey, Ace, that guy?
Hey, Ace.
Dude, that dude's
Hey.
annoying.
I can't even remember the name of Master Sushi.
Master Foot Sushi?
Yeah. For sure.
For sure.
For sure. Oh. Gotta check my buddies.
Take care.
Fugan just gave me a quest called Tempering the Fierce, and it's a Nargacuga, a Rathian, and a Magnamalo.
Fight it. Right now.
Right now? No. Jay Zella on PC, Austin and I are, what, MR200? Something like that?
No, we haven't even. That 180 is Risen Shiro Mugala.
So I think I'm 178 then. I'm close.
We're 175 around there.
Okay.
I have to check.
So we're pretty
But guess
good.
what? But guess what? I can do that right now.
He always has to check right away. I'm gonna log in my PC and I'm gonna look at all the how many pages there are for the. You're funny, Austin.
36. 36 pages.
When can my mercenary start getting a high rank material? Because I don't need this low rank
Now?
shit anymore. How?
You should be able to send them on like any rank. When you send them, you press L1 and R1, you can shift ranks over.
By the way,
What?
Yeah.
after we do this hunt, we need to go get our 3rd submarine. By the way,
Yeah.
so
Oh, I'm on master. Okay.
Trading is a
Oh
wonderful
god.
profession.
Okay, I think I was on master rank. Alright, good.
I'm still sending mine after the low rank. So yeah,
Until we
she's
meet
for those
again.
electrosex.
Really? You want Toba Gadachi's sack? Is that what you're telling me?
I need 2 of them.
You need 2 of his sack.
How do you
Really?
do? How do you do what, Jayzilla?
Really?
Joey wants to know when we're playing DayZ.
Oh boy. How about never, Joey?
When's James's 80th birthday? Tomorrow?
Damn.
Damn, we're on the 4th of July.
Yeah, that's right. America.
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 Joey, you get to high rank 100 or 100 rank 100 on Wilds. We'll talk.
Dude. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Incentivize. Get your ass on Wilds. Why aren't you playing Wilds right now, you little bitch?
He's actually, I don't think he's home. I think he's.
Okay, that's a good excuse.
Yeah.
I could just say that, I guess. I'm not home. Oh, okay. Well,
Time for a rest.
makes sense.
Austin, join the quest. Get off of Rise on PC. How to put the monsters in the boxes? Are you talking about capturing?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the fucking box?
How long do we plan on going for tonight?
I don't know. Why?
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Second ones are unlocked after the MR4 urgent quest.
Give me a few more moments.
Okay.
Give me like. Sorry, I'll be right back.
Yep.
Yep. Or unless, hold on, let me check again. Yeah, so while he's gone, yeah, we have to complete 2 MR4 quests and then fight Astalos. Then we get the
I'll
rest
be
of
here
Switch
when you
skills.
need me.
Hey,
So we know what's coming.
I get to MR 150 and you get on Daisy and feed randoms their friends followed by gasoline. You know what, Joey? Yeah. You get to MR 150 on Wilds. And I will do that on Daisy.
Time for a rest.
Why
Time
the
to go.
components?
Let's do this. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, now I remember.
So, Joey, we're about to fight Magnamalo, who's the flagship monster of Rise. He's a lot of fun. He is like this Oni lion that can create blasts with like this smoke that he excretes. And he can do blasts on command, so he can like redirect himself midair with blasts like Bakugo from My Hero Academia. He's very cool. Vortex, Joey's gunning for that #1 chatter spot. You gonna let him do that?
Doing great.
You're just gonna let him snipe that from you like that? This is good. I can guilt chatters into chatting now.
Yeah.
Higher engagement. Not at all. Very good, Vortex.
Well, I can't see yours, but I'm
Stay
on
down
six-
there, Joey. What?
I'm 162 MR.
I'm back.
Rise, so you're probably about 165.
Okay, get off of Rise on
I did.
PC.
I just closed it, man.
Ask me about my wiener.
Found it.
Damn it. Oh, this is off to a bad start. This is off to a real bad start.
Well, I was not collecting my
What?
spirit birds.
What? Why play mine off?
What?
I'll just do mine.
On PC, probably. Jayzilla.
Never killed Apex. Actually.
I think I did.
I never got to. My favorite is. I'll play mine. But no, I never got to kill Apex.
Oh, whatever.
Lifesaver.
Like a bird.
Bird.
I'm an eagle. You're not an eagle. You're not an eagle. Have you seen that Tyler creator skit, Steven?
What?
The Tyler creator skit? I'm an eagle.
No. Only one I've seen is, oh my god, will you just let me do what I need to do? And you're just gonna go to my birthday party with a birthday gift on my birthday, with a birthday gift, my birthday party with a birthday gift. Happy birthday. Oh, you bitch.
Sorry.
Go!
No, you're not.
You're right. I'm not.
That's one.
Barioth is not on this map, Zilla. It's just Gosserog and Somnicanth.
Was Joey serious about playing Daisy?
Yes.
He likes Daisy?
He loves Daisy.
Like standalone or like mod?
Standalone. He does unspeakable things in Daisy. He's the kind of person that blindfolds a player, feeds them their dead friend, and then gasoline.
Jeez.
Yeah. Joey is one of the nicest, best people I've ever known. But all of that, like, dark, like, bad energy that, you know, the Purge is about, that all comes out for Joey and Daisy.
That 24 hours of murder.
Damn it.
Steven, afterward.
Should be. What's up?
You want to play some days?
Yeah,
You working on it, dude?
I do. I'm just, well, I mean, it's by choice. especially since I've been sick. I've worked shorter days this week. And so I'm just going to make up for it tomorrow. I've got everything but one show done, and that show's not even, like, doesn't even have to be done tomorrow. So I'm just going to work on some stuff, work on some lights, see if I can get them programmed. And then, all day. Probably go get myself some breakfast, since my boss won't be there to judge the fact that I got breakfast.
Do they judge you or something?
Are we doing anything tomorrow, Mom?
You guys have nothing to celebrate tomorrow, Austin.
Okay. Oh, fuck, let's be ready. What were we saying?
I said you guys have nothing to celebrate tomorrow. Why would you do anything?
It's crazy.
But my boss is just really big on like a healthy eating kick. He's paleo now. And so like one time I went and got cookout for lunch just because I hadn't eaten anything and I just really wanted cookout. And he was like, "Oh my god, you got cookout? It's so bad for you. I wish someone had told me that when I was your age." It's like, yeah, okay. So when I go get a biscuit and gravy from Whataburger, he judges me.
Oh, well, wait, buddy.
But he is the best boss I've ever had, so. Cool. He's a good guy.
Here you go, I got the chest for you. Sorry, let me go. We're going to do that.
Ah! Yeah, Vortex, I can't believe you'd kill Joey like that.
What a jerk.
Yeah.
Is that a sneeze?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
He is very enraged right now.
He is. I just got caught in that blast.
Yep.
There's no level 1. It's bright pink, that's level 2.
Got a bomb strapped to him, but I'm gonna go restock.
Time to retreat.
There's a bomb strapped in my chest.
Squidward, there's a bomb strapped to him!
Gosh, what video was it you sent me? One of the videos you sent me was really funny.
You're back, guys. One video I sent was really funny.
I watched them all. They were all funny, but one specific one. It was the. It was the Nether Toothless toy.
The what?
Sister was a witch thing.
The what?
The Wizard of Oz. Literally like the first, like latest thing you sent me.
Oh, the Wicked Witch of the East, dude. That one.
Yes, it was with the toothless toy.
I love that toothless toy. It's great.
Did you see that dark time video I sent you?
I don't think so. When did you send it?
6:37. Well, 5:37 for you.
Ow. No, I was helping with Peter before I got on, so I haven't watched anything.
Gotcha.
I'm just not going to try strapping bombs to Magnum. I'm just going to place him around.
He's fast.
He's very fast.
Maybe from just kind of towards me.
What do you mean your hackers will take care of him, Jay? We don't want you to kill Joey. We like Joey. Shut up. You love Joey.
I'm on a leash. Oh.
Gosh, you had that marionette spider for a long time.
I was waiting for that to be a good spot.
Yeah.
It looked like he was on a leash.
Ouch. Oh, wait. Over here, you little bitch.
How would you think it would go if they were to make like this kind of Monster Hunter game, like Rise of the Wilds, but it was about like the riders or the stories?
Not well.
Yeah.
It would not be received well. I think it could be a lot of fun, but it would not be received well.
Gotcha.
I think they should do another stories, though.
I agree. I think the writers work really well in stories, where it's like turn-based and you're operating like it's like a Pokemon game in the middle of like a turn-based RPG. Like,
Right.
I think that works exceedingly well.
My personal card sucks. Get rid of that Fire Boy.
Yeah.
It's all, that is technically count as Black Light.
James, roll or you're gonna explode.
I could run you. I might be feeding you false information.
Vortex is keeping score. He said you're in 5th place, Austin.
I'm not even trying.
Not even bronze. But see, you made the mistake of chatting, so you have a rank now.
Don't listen.
Uh-oh. Is it Rage 2? Yep.
You did information. It's just a big move.
Bummer.
Yep.
I can't
That's what
believe
happened to me.
this.
Vortex said there's not even 5 people in here and you're 5th. Damn.
What? Word.
What? That's Stone Cold Steve Austin when he's told that he's not allowed to have an ice cold beer. What?
Hey, good to see ya. I'll be here when you
Again
need
or someone else?
Up to you guys. Not everybody at once.
Our options are Hermitar and Cenotar together, Gargum and Somnicam, Magnamalo, Mechanigadaki, Nagruga.
You know Michael Madsen died?
I did hear that. What all was he in?
Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, lots. He was always like a bit character, like played like a tough guy. Quentin Tarantino movies.
Gotcha.
You'd probably recognize him if you saw him.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gaining Hunter rank. I didn't even realize that, Austin.
Have we unlocked the ingot set and master rank yet? Oh, hell yeah, we did. Thank goodness. Ingot set's what I've got equipped, but it's from high rank. It's got attack boost 2 and critical eye 2. And tier 1 gems.
All right, let's make it happen.
Okay.
Strike while the iron's hot.
What?
You got it.
Okay.
Boom, chicka, bow, wow.
What word's that?
I don't know. Bro, chicka, bro, cow. I'm really tired. Tired of your shit.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Alright, I just upgraded a bunch of my armor, so.
Hey, thanks.
Like, upgraded, like, within a different set, or actually, like, use armor spheres on them?
I used armor spheres.
Oh. How do you do that?
You gotta upgrade armor.
Well, that makes sense.
Yep. I mean, this is all armor that we could potentially use for the rest of the game, so.
Hey,
No.
good to see ya.
Shame in
I have
using armor spheres.
181 heavy armor
Yeah.
spheres. Holy
Let's get your big
fudge-icle.
stuff then, shall we? Ooh, I'm itching to get started. All right, let's make it happen.
Oh shit, okay, hold on. Let's not waste these.
And I've not gotten a single large wyvern gem yet. It's pissing me off. That's what's keeping me from upgrading my weapons.
Let's get you fixed up then, shall we?
Good lord.
Good lord.
Good lord.
Lordy lord.
Oh my stars and money.
Oh, my points and zenny.
Say,
Let's
no.
make it happen.
Oh my points and
See you
zenny.
soon.
Alright,
I need
what are we hunting?
better
Special quest has been
blades.
added.
My blades suck.
Please
I
select the
didn't.
quest that best suits you.
Okay, Nargacuga.
Yeah, I would say.
Hello, Missy. Missy, yes? Missy, did I get that right? MJ Honeybee Games, that's it, Missy?
Oh, yeah, yeah, sorry.
I was terrified that it was like, no, it's Michelle, or something like that. Like, no!
Yeah, it's Missy.
I did
What up?
remember. I did remember. Hopefully, I won't have to ask again. We one time we went to this was the Disney trip that Jake and I took with our wives. It was a great trip. We did Galaxy's Edge. I made a lightsaber. We got to go to the cantina. Jake got absolutely geeked on all the drinks. And after we were leaving the park, we decided to go to Chicken Guy, which is Guy Fieri's restaurant at Disney Springs, which is like the shopping center, basically, that's on Disney property, but not at one of the parks. Yes, I'm going to watch Superman and Fantastic Four. I'm more excited about Superman because I like James Gunn. But anyway, Anna and Lee Allison stayed in the car, and I was left to go into Chicken Guy and pick up our food with a drunk Jake. And we got in the restaurant, and Jake was like, let me order. And I was like, okay. And he goes up to this poor cashier, and her name tag was just a normal name. Let's just say, since I said the name earlier, let's just say her name was Michelle. Jake goes up to her, and he's like, what's your name tag say? I'm just D'Angelo. Hi, D'Angelo. Like, he just made up some name that was nowhere close to Michelle. And he was just like, oh, chicken and donkey sauce.
Wow. I want chicken and donkey sauce?
Yeah, they had donkey sauce, I think is what it was called.
Sure, why not?
It was pretty fun. I was like, I'll take it from here, champ.
And you're done.
And you're done.
Um,
Oh, it's funny. Well, I will remember it. I will remember your name. Usually it takes 3. Austin!
I know I'm setting up decoration.
Decoration.
So is I, to be fair.
What kind of wyvern is Magdamala? What kind of wyvern is Magdamala?
I would say brute wyvern, probably. I don't know. We're also not fighting Magdamala, we're fighting Nargacuga.
Right. Not bad, too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there.
Thanks. Let me check out my mail scenarios.
He's a flying wyvern.
He's a flying wyvern?
He cannot fly.
Magdamala is a flying wyvern. Is that what you're telling me right now?
No, Nargacuga is a flying wyvern.
He can't fly either!
Exactly. I don't know how that works. Also, I've only ever hunted Apex Azeros, by the way.
Wow. Kind of pathetic.
What would you say a Yedu here?
He's Fang Wyvern.
He's a fanged wyvern?
Yeah, Magdamala is Fang Wyvern. But Nargacuga is a flying wyvern.
That's
Just saying.
bullshit wyvern is what that is.
Have we ever seen him fly? Nope.
He does fall with
Unrefined,
style,
right?
though.
Yes. I got the
Not everybody laugh at once at that. It's okay.
I got the
I'll be
reference.
honest, I wasn't even paying attention.
Enough walking.
My bad.
It was your bad.
My bad.
Bitch.
I mean, it probably wasn't that far.
My bad,
to be
Pale.
honest.
My bub.
Update, Austin is in 6th place now. It's funny because Missy literally showed up, commented 3 times, and then she got placed 3rd.
Wow.
Let's go. Let's go. Faster.
Oh my god, climb the vines. Flynn, climb the vines. There you go.
Okay. Oh. You'll find now.
Ooh.
My god, Missy just texted me, why does Steven hate Kojima so much?
That's. Are you really trying to bring that back up? Because I know that she did not just text you that.
You're a smart man.
I am a smart man because I hate Kojima.
Vortex, that is really funny. That's pretty funny, man. It's like he has an XP reduction reduction spell because he's a Canadian. Best fucking joke, buddy.
Yeah.
Best fucking joke, bud.
Yeah, you got tariffs on your XP, so not all of it gets through.
Bitch.
Bitch.
America.
I shouldn't have told you guys about the 2 coins, by the way.
No, you really fucking should.
Probably not. Probably not. No.
Any conversation, like if you could have me absolutely dead to rights with a point, and then I'm just gonna say to you, loonies and toonies, and you lose. You lose the argument
This is gonna
because
be easy.
that's your currency. It's a cartoon here. It's your money there. Looney Tunes. I killed him. He's choking on air.
It's not Chex Mix on Friday night on Where's Their Street.
Carrot cake.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm gonna grab that. It's like,
By the way, one time I was hunting Amatsu again, but I have the light bow gun. This time I was still alive, but out of time because it was just me and my cat and my dog. Light bow gun's a good pick against Amatsu. It can keep up really well.
Ask me about my wiener.
what?
Huh? What?
He wants you to ask him about his wiener.
Whoa.
Be careful.
Has a first name.
What's that?
OSCAR? Austin won't get that. You should definitely get it.
I do.
Do they even have hot dogs in Canada?
Yeah, we do.
That's an America thing.
Gosh, what would they call hot dogs up there?
Dessert? I don't know. They're weird. Except Austin. He's the only normal Canadian I've ever met. No.
Bomb on him.
Oh shit, I forgot to eat ration.
Hang in there.
There's 2 bombs. I'm
Excuse
gonna
me.
die.
No, you're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. I'm gonna die. Ooh, that hurt.
That's 3 bombs.
Joking.
Unload on him.
My God. You just call them corn dogs, right?
This one's gonna hit hard.
No, my God, no, 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 no.
Wow.
You just made Steven faint because
You
of
did.
that.
You did.
That's your fault.
You did. You completely
Mistaking
caught me
a
off
hot
guard.
dog for a corn dog. What the fuck's wrong with
I was expecting an
Well-
attack from the Nargacuga. I wasn't expecting it from you.
you? Yeah, right?
I'm not
Thought
talking.
we were friends.
I'm not talking about hot dogs. It's the other one that has cornbread wrapped around it. We call them polka dogs. I can't remember if you guys call them corn
Polka dogs? Of course you'd call them polka dogs.
No, I'm
'Cause-
circumcised.
Oh, no.
My God, why are you asking about that? That's weird.
Pogo, like Pogo.
Oh.
That's what we call them.
Well, you know what? Polka dogs would have been better because you like poke a stick through them. Your country's stupid. I came up with a better one, better by accident.
Hey, how many loonies and toonies would
Yeah.
it take to
Hey, Austin, bud, how many loonies and toonies you think they'd pay me for that idea there, sure?
Here it comes.
Hey.
You just broke him.
I did.
See, he's broken. What did you do? Fix him.
I don't care how many loonies and toonies it costs. Fix my pal.
Be careful. Be careful.
Make him choke on his carrot cake. Yeah. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, I'm getting about sick of you.
What's a pronto pup? That sounds familiar.
Faster.
They sell them at like Disney and shit, like in the parks and stuff.
But what is it?
Pronto pups. Good question. I think
This one's gonna hit hard.
it's pretty much kind of like a corn dog. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had.
That is a
one.
real corn dog, is what this is saying. What makes a pronto
real-
pup not just a corn dog?
They do call them corn dogs.
Yes. No, we call them polka pups.
Be careful.
How many loonies and toonies in that pond?
You're cooked. You're cooked in every conversation. It's actually wrapped in cornbread. Got it.
Corn, you gonna eat your cornbread?
Oh my god.
Oh fuck! You just blew up, kid. You done didn't blow it up.
Austin has some good Canadian lore, says Vortex. Wife in Arkham, 2 kids, and a turret security system in his room. What? Where'd the turret security system come from? Is that a recent addition? How is lore being decided when I'm not here? I'm always here.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't know, but pretty sus. He said that like he knows exactly what he's talking about.
Son of a bitch.
Did you just say sus?
I did.
On the target. It's coming for you.
Did you? Never mind. You guys prefer regular corn dogs or the pancake corn dogs you can put syrup on? See, personally, I really like those, but I also have a lot of nostalgia for those because my mom, because she had to feed so many kids growing up, because I'm the youngest of 3 biological, but my parents adopted 6 kids from China. No joke. So growing up, my mom, you know, shopped at Sam's Club a lot, bought in bulk, because she had to feed an army every day. So we got those, like, Jimmy Dean sausage, like, sausages wrapped in, like, pancake batter. And we had those for breakfast a lot, and those were really good. But ultimately, I'd probably prefer a corn dog. Austin has like 5 turrets in his room. I saw it myself. Okay, Vortex. Why were you in Austin's room?
Oh boy.
This is when you're like, no.
Is he okay?
Austin?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What the hell are you doing over there?
Be careful!
You're supposed to chew the loonies and tune. I mean the hot dogs.
The pronto, the polka pops.
The pronto pop. The polka pops. Chew.
See, that brings up another thing we have over here. We have.
Stop giving us ammo!
I was just gonna say, do you really say this, Austin? I'm gonna think long and hard before.
Okay, you know what? No, tell us. Tell
Use
us.
your words.
We'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear it.
No.
No, what is it? What is it? You're a bad host now if you do that and don't finish your sentence.
We have chocolates in the shape of loonies and tunians.
Oh boy!
We've got
Is that when you shit them out?
we've got chocolate coins here.
Yeah.
But Canada also seems like the kind of place where chocolate loonies and toonies are legal tender, so.
Get back here. Oh, he's limping like a bitch. Not that bitch is limp, I guess. I don't know. That was kind of.
Wow, how rude.
I know, right? I'm sorry.
There you go.
Not really.
It's in voice too.
What?
You didn't say any voice. So.
Yoink.
Yank. Oh my god. Got carded again.
Ooh.
Light bow gun is not the move
Oh,
for me against
damn.
them.
What do you mean? You're far away.
Yeah, but a lot of my wire bug moves result in me standing still just long enough for him to get a really quick shot on. And like my dodge slows me down at the end of the dodge, so like he can get really quick hits in.
He was pretty quick. Not Magnamala quick, but he's quick.
Turn the switch would be, I think. I got the sorry.
Woo!
Be careful!
Watch out.
Haha, you missed.
Very good. Toby's here. Toby! Toby just walked in and did a backflip tail slam on him. That was fantastic.
You're mine to command!
Toby's rideable.
Right him.
I'm impressed.
I think in the last stream somehow Someone had a Thanos type blade you could throw around like Captain America's shield. What?
Huh?
What were we streaming? This? Or was it Wilds? Because my insect glaive on Wilds kind of looks like Thanos' blade.
Who asked that?
Vortex.
Oh. Is Missy still in chat?
Miss, are you still in chat?
Oh, I was wondering if she was just saying anything. Or...
So this one's
Pretty
gonna
sure
hit
it's
hard.
this. I can't get it.
She is still in chat.
Oh!
Why was your health irresponsibly low for so long?
Here it comes.
I meant to drink a vitamin, and I actually drank an egg oxygen. Whatever the fuck, one tail.
Yeah, if you want to be on the podium, Missy, you got to talk more than that. Maybe it looked different because it was being thrown at the speed of light, but there was definitely a sword being thrown around. Vortex, I have no idea what you're talking about. There's no thrown weapon in this.
Good night.
Was it one of the dogs?
Water?
It was probably one of the dogs. He was probably throwing a windmill shuriken. I bet that's what it was. Because Flynn has that equipped, pretty sure. Yep, Flynn heard me say his name. Come here, buddy.
But J-Zilla having severe is not a flex press medium, so I'm just saying not it's not a flex.
Yeah, you guys have Nickelback too. You want to flex about that? What?
I never listened to Nickelback before. Is there some dialogue?
Look at this boat, man! Sound like a guy take a shit.
Yep, that's what Nickelback's known for. Is their singer sounds like he's trying really hard to push out a turd.
What day was this?
Here it comes.
Bet you he's got a lot of Looney and Toonies, though. Oh.
Oh damn, he just got hit by all the fish.
Yeah, he did.
Yoink.
I want his tail, and it's not cooperating.
Bomb strapped to him.
So this one's gonna hit hard.
Ooh. I love that move so much. I mean, J-Zill, I feel like we should come growling at you guys, because if the world gets taken over by a maple syrup monster, it probably came from Canada.
In Canada.
And there's an entire song about going to Canada, so...
After it.
Faster.
Austin,
Yoink.
you good?
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go restock on my llama too if we got any left in the
I
tank.
need a breather.
Do not engage without me.
Eating.
Go.
Mine now.
Being in 6th place is corrupting Austin's soul. That's really sad.
I have no choice. He's engaging me.
I'm almost there. Go ahead.
Here it comes!
This is not an ideal place to fight him.
No, it's not. That hurt mega bad.
Be careful!
I think maybe let's move up here.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
Shoot. Did not mean to do that.
This one's gonna hit hard!
Whew.
I'll end this!
Weak.
You're mine!
God, stop moving, you little bitch.
Targeting you!
What? Okay, go back
big
and watch
man.
that stream and tell me what stunned me. Because
I will when I get a moment.
I have no idea what just stunned me. Because it was between his attacks. That's what killed me.
He's fleeing.
Faster!
What the hell? You ever feel like you're getting worse at a game?
Only when I get tired. Sometimes when I get tired, No, that's not true, actually. Dead by Daylight, I kind of feel like I suck at that game now. But I don't play it enough. He is sleeping, by the way.
Alright, Austin, I'm dropping blast. Wake him up.
Wicked ass. Oh, you want to? Oh, I don't have barrels. Forgot we're not playing wild.
I mean, you can bring barrels in this.
I know. I don't have my.
Oh my god. What's Dead by Daylight about? Vortex wants to know. I would try to explain it, but you play it, so
It's a 4v1 asymmetrical multiplayer horror game.
what's it about? What's its story?
So it's not really a story because it's a multiplayer game. I mean, there is a story, the characters, but essentially each game is a trial, and there's
What the
What?
fuck?
I can't believe this!
oh bummer.
I can't run Labo gun tonight. I just can't do it. I'm so pissed. Can't believe Ow! That was my hand.
Ouch.
I can't believe I just wiped an entire hunt.
So good. But so yeah, there's 4 survivors, and survivors are basically skins because each survivor is capable of doing everything. You equip them with 4 perks that are unique for that trial or match. Whereas the killer has a killer power. It's kind of like a museum of horror, so you'll have like Freddy Krueger's in it and Michael Myers. Then there's also original killers that each have their own power that
Bye now.
their gameplay is associated with. So when you go up against a different killer, it can feel different because now they also have 4 perk slots as well, which can dynamically change like the way the killer plays. But the power itself is pretty much set in stone. There's add-ons and modifiers to it, but for the most part, it's the same. There's a ton of maps. There's 7 generators on a map, randomly spawned, and you have to fix 5 of them as a survivor. And once you fix 5, it powers the exit gates, and then you have to open the exit gates and leave. Killer's job is to kill the survivors, which means you essentially get hit. You get 2 hits, so 1 hit puts you injured, the next hit puts you in the dying state, and you're on the ground. He can pick you up and put you on a hook. That's 1 hook state. You have 3 hook states. Once you get hooked 3 times, you're out. However, when you get put on a hook, you can go into like hook stage 2 if someone doesn't come and grab you. You need a teammate to come and grab you off the meat hook, essentially. Was I just saying that entire thing to myself?
No, we were hearing you.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, wait, did they say they were leaving? And I'm just sitting here talking to myself.
I'm just like devastated.
Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. It's really fun though. I mean, it can get if you play casually and don't mind if you survive or not, being obviously the survivor, you can have a lot of fun. There's a lot of game knowledge that is required if you want to get like kind of competitive, I guess. Like you just need to see certain tells, and like there are certain things that a killer will do, like, oh, he's running this perk, you know, type thing, and then you can use it to your advantage. But obviously that takes hundreds and hundreds of hours to develop. Pretty simplistic game though, for the most part. Very fun, very unique. I'd say that's pretty much the rundown, the gist of it.
I posted Magnum Hollow, and if I cart again, I'm bringing the glaive, because I at least know I can get the job done with the glaive. But if I cart, I think I need to take a break from Monster Hunter for like a week if I cart again.
I don't think so. It'll be fine.
I actually feel like it could be, but I feel like I don't know if I'm just we're playing it too much, and like maybe it's because we're split between 2 games, and I'm just building bad habits between the 2 of them. But I legitimately feel like I'm getting worse.
I don't think you're getting worse, but I do. Your theory of like playing the 2 games, they do play vastly different.
Yeah.
I find myself doing one thing that, like, trying to wirefall in wilds, and like, or wild, I guess. I don't think there's an S on it. I think it's just Monster Hunter Wild, right?
No, it's wilds.
Is it wild? Is there an S on it?
Yes.
Not sure.
I just checked.
I'm just checking stuff real quick.
Yeah.
You've never played Dead by Daylight, Stephen? I thought you played it.
I've played it like twice.
Okay, so yeah.
But I figured, you know, you actively play Dead by Daylight, so you were probably going to chime in anyway because you have more knowledge on the matter, so I figured I'd let you speak. And also, I was too busy, like, punching myself in the head over the abysmal performance that I just put on.
Nah. Missy plays a ton, too, if she's still in chat, but,
Yeah, she mentioned, unless the killer camps your hook, then you can unhook yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's a relatively new mechanic. But yeah, you can now do that. Like a little meter fills up, and if they're near to you, it depends on how near they are, and if there's other survivors in the area, because it won't fill if there's other survivors in the area. Obviously, the killer's going to be there if the survivors are there, so it's kind of their fault that they're there.
Are you running Lance, Austin?
Yeah.
Oh shit, no I'm not. I gotta eat.
Hey, good to see ya.
Dead by Daylight stream might be kind of interesting.
Next steps in, shall we?
Interesting's a word for it.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Just depends on how much bullshit you run into.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about messaging Missy and seeing if she wants to play some DBD at some point
I think
here.
it's
I
Sam.
don't know if she's still.
Something of an
Well,
expert
she's
at
probably
this
still in
point.
check. She just mentioned
Don't worry
that.
about your gear. I grip
Killer
this here
hooks,
hammer
but-
with confidence.
Probably been a while since I played with her.
Need to see the drip in this game, Austin. I remember you made the Slayer outfit in Wilds. TM, I'm curious if you can do better in this.
Be careful
Pro-
out
you
there.
probably can. There's a lot more options in this game.
Yeah, we can always try at some point. We just gotta get to the point where we have more.
Good to see you.
Putting way
check
more
my
defense on this
small
build now. 2, 3. You good, Austin?
Yeah, I'm just looking for where here it is. If you're inflicted with Hellfire Blight, an explosion will trigger if you get knocked back or a certain amount of time has passed, causing serious damage. Use deodorant from a wire dash or repeatedly evade.
Hey there. Strike while the iron's hot.
So when you wire dash, the wire blight will be left at that spot where you first where you left, and you can bait at monsters to attack it.
Okay. What's your defense, James?
My defense is 1 million. No. It is 585.
Okay. That is so interesting. I don't know why your defense is higher than mine.
Yeah, the game likes me more.
I've literally got defense boost like 5 equipped.
I have defense boosts 4.
Mm.
I also have divine blessing,
Mm-hmm.
which obviously isn't attributing to my defense, but it does in a sense. Fate extender level 2, I wish I had level 3.
Because horror movies play really well in theaters, Jayzilla.
Tuesday?
Better than like in terms of like people are more likely to go to the theater for the experience to see a horror movie than they are to see like a rom-com or something like that, or a drama.
Oh, you mean okay, I got you. Sorry, thought you were talking about a different kind of horror. My bad. Not a horror movie, a horror movie.
Yeah, a horror movie.
Oh, my bad. Oh, you can sit on these little benches. I can cross my legs. Oh man, woo woo! I look sexy. I'll call my Kahoot. Cuckoo, ka-choo.
Any day now, boys.
Oh, you know, I'm having fun over here. Do I ever bitch at you for playing Fashion Hunter?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought. Oh,
Yes,
shit,
you do.
I do, don't I? Damn. Alright. Let me shoo him away. Time to play with him. Shoo, shoo. Okay. Austin's not even ready.
Yeah, I'm just switching.
He's
back
eating.
up.
Is this like a different Magnamala, or is this like basic bitch Magnamala?
This is normal mag.
Well, this is the same Magnamala that kicked all of our asses.
Nah, we got this. We got this, partner.
I mean, this is
Yep.
actually my first time trying Lance on ice ever.
Why would you do that?
Why did we?
Just all the quests to try that on. Why this one?
I thought he was
Just out of curiosity.
doing a Thor from Infinity War for a second, where he's like talking about Thanos. He's like, "Well, he's never beat me," and Rocket's like, "He literally just did." He's like, "Well, he's never beat me twice."
Faster!
Austin, those little baggy are looking at you like a snack. What's going on with you, Austin? I'm hearing sad Austin noises. That was from Vortex. Because he's in 6th place.
You seeing what?
Oh, the big monster's out. You want to take a picture of it, Austin, or have you already done that?
Oh yes.
He's out. Let's see here.
Get ready!
Shit. Okay, what is the deal with that move? He's
Are you
like,
fighting Magnemala already?
yeah, I'm
Shit.
fighting him. I'm fighting by myself. Yeah, I'm doing fine, but he's hit me with this move twice where I've been like doing my spinning slash above him, and he'll do a move where he like bites you and like thrashes you on the ground, but he's able to hit me when I'm above him. I know it's probably one of those things that like the glaive is an exception with it being the only one that can be consistently above the monster, but still, it's really weird.
Hope you got insurance!
Eyes on my way.
And I need my buffs back. Shit. Okay, he's fleeing.
Got away!
I'm bringing
Faster!
Gusser out.
Okay. Did you see that video, Austin, of that lady that's like, what the fuck is that? And it's like this little shrimp, and he like throws his claws up and it plays the organ.
Yeah, it was a blue lobster. It was a blue lobster. The whole fucking, the whole meme. I don't know what it is. But it's fine. What the fuck is that?
Gotta sharpen while I can.
Maybe the trick to getting a good sword and shield is that I just need to craft Magnamalos again, because that's what normally the one I used was Scorn Magnamalo. And the issue with sword and shield right now is that I can't craft a good one. That's one of the reasons I'm not using it. see my Kinsec just knock his ass to the ground? Caught that dog at him.
Yeah.
Steven, look what that guy has.
What? Oh, it begins.
This is gonna hurt.
Ouch. That
Nice.
hurt.
Attached to Magnemar, so
Isn't that Lance ability or something?
yes.
Hope you've got insurance.
Damn it. He's faked me out with that thing twice. Backing off for a sec, I gotta re-up. Austin, get out of there.
Yeah.
That's my chance.
Can we run?
I'm tired.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. It's after you. Targeting you.
Am I? Okay, what the fuck is happening? I wasn't stunned. I had a wire bug. My wire bugs weren't negated. I couldn't wire fall.
I need to do better.
And he just left.
It's really frustrating. There was literally nothing I could do, but there was no reason that I wasn't able to do anything.
Okay, Twin Vine. While the kunai's lodge.
Time for some sharpening.
L2 and X while the kunai's lodged, and then target to perform a close jump. Do 4 as while guarding. Okay.
Just gonna knock him.
Your mind.
Oh shoot.
Bye-bye.
caught me with that move again, where I was above him and he just grabbed me in his mouth.
Be careful!
I was not in range of that. Fuck off, I was not in range.
It's coming for you!
Gotta pull back, I've lost my buffs.
All good. Ugh.
Oh, no, you don't! Faster!
Flynn, what are you doing? Hey, buddy.
Just you wait. Sweet.
What is my favorite monster theme? Probably Crimson Glow Valstrax. That one goes hard. Zinogre goes hard too.
It's got eyes on you!
Ouch.
Gotta sharpen while I can.
The J Zill's catching up to you, Vortex. I'm just gonna let him do that. Right after you, James.
Do that.
You're done for!
You're definitely gonna get a high five and more 30-second ads that you can't skip. But there are no more high fives, so you're just gonna get the ads.
Here comes the pain!
Damn it.
Get ready! You're done for! It's coming for you!
Gotta pull back. Some rage too.
That's my
Sharpening them coming back.
It's got eyes on you!
What?
What do you
How
gotta
did
do?
that do? His tail thing that he just did?
The range blast.
Yeah, but I feel like I wasn't even close, but
Yeah, his hitboxes feel really weird. Yep, he just hit me with that bite again. Just got thrown. And he chained the attack. I do not. Then again, I don't really fight Magnamalo with blade, so maybe his blade hitbox is just fucked. Normally, I fight him with sword and shield.
Oh, and his little crazy
Yep, I'm dead.
thing.
Fucking dead. I think I need to take a break from Monster Hunter for a few days.
This ain't over yet.
Just because, like, I'm getting worse.
Go.
Sling.
I also just... I really struggle with this game specifically on controller. I played it on mouse and keyboard for so long that it's really...
That's not why.
What?
That's why I'm concentrating.
You listen to me.
You guys see if it's got keyboard control?
I don't think it does. I checked and there was no indicator.
That'll do for now.
No, Giselle, I'm not taking any of your money. We don't do chat demos right now. How is he not weak yet? Got his tail.
It's coming for you.
Don't moderate irresponsibly, Vortex.
This should fix it.
Yo, why is your spear glowing like that? That's cool. What?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna need some of your parts.
Upward on my switch skills.
Still not even weak yet.
Right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the freaking deal is. Update, Austin, your spear is red now. Also, I got hit by that fucking bite move again for the 6th time when I was not in range of it. This is ridiculous.
Attack, but can't use things.
How'd I get cast as Uncle Ben? I don't like that.
My best pal.
It's got eyes on you. Don't let it get you down.
Austin.
It was from the last time.
This is definitely my last round. I'm gonna take a break from Monster Hunter for the weekend, probably. Maybe, I don't know. I think I need some distance from it so I can, like, I'm just not enjoying it as much right now because I feel like I'm really struggling with it. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, this game hasn't changed, so I know it's me.
I mean, it's more of the fact that we've constantly been going back and forth. I think that's the reason.
I think that's definitely a contributing factor.
Because you're now playing Rise on your controller as well, and your weapons are like, your weapon attacks are swapped from each game.
Yeah. Sling.
It's getting weaker. Faster.
Is that gonna wait for me? Ah, you gotta wait.
I couldn't take that death scene seriously as an adult because he said Peter.
So my twin vine.
Peter. That is funny. Yeah.
Yeah. I say that to Peter, something like my son sometimes. I'm like, Peter. Or I go,
Well, he
Peter.
doesn't say it like that though. They doesn't say it like that either.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's got like what would you call it? Cerebral palsy or whatever.
I have hunted a Matsu and killed a Matsu, just not on console, JSL. I've killed a Matsu more than once.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, let's do
I swear, I'm actually good at this game.
Just kidding.
I'm just, I don't know if, like, I'm just having an off week or what, because it's been all week with both games. I feel like I've been struggling. All right, I'll wake him with a wyvern dive.
This is gonna hurt. Your days are numbered.
I like your friend is the funniest one, and you are the normal one. Who's the funny one? James or Austin?
Probably James.
Vortex, you are like really excited for me to play. Is that the blade, Vortex? Was that the blade that you just saw? Because that was Flynn's. Yeah, you're really excited for me to play Doom, aren't you?
Oh shit. Ouch. Ouch.
Your days are numbered.
Yeah, come down here.
Let's see.
This is gonna be easy.
So, Vortex, that was Flynn's Shuriken. It's a move that he can use. Pretty soon I'll be able to get a ballista on his back. That's my favorite. Oh my god.
It's got eyes
Look
on
at me,
you.
you bastard. But when I'm ready, not when you're ready. Austin?
Yep.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Oof, executed him.
Easy peasy. Later.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch Monster Hunter tomorrow. I might play it some Saturday.
Don't mind if
I
I
know
do.
that bums you out, James, because you're really excited about your 3-day weekend.
I'll just play it alone. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll put this to good use. Don't worry.
I think it's important for the health of my relationship with Monster Hunter that I take a sabbatical for 24 hours.
What do we have here? Making progress.
It's not you, it's me. That's funny.
All in a day.
Has anyone here gotten hit with the "it's not you, it's me" excuse for breaking up?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hey, good to see ya.
I mean, obviously, I've never been broken up.
Alright,
but
let's make it
you need to
happen.
break up with me.
Let's get you fixed up.
Yeah,
then,
whenever
shall we?
James sees it coming, he goes, "I break up," so he can do it instead of he's undefeated.
Well, I mean, I said I'm done.
I got hit with.
What?
I forget.
Oh, must have hit you that hard, huh?
Why is nobody talking about how you just got the flu out of nowhere when you were perfectly fine at the start of the stream? No, I've been sick all week
I'll be here when you need me.
since Tuesday.
He's been sick in his head all his life, though. I mean,
Yep.
Let's be honest.
I have been sick. I've been able to talk relatively normal today, thankfully, because it's moved beyond my throat. But
It's in his groin.
it's all in my groin. It's all in the balls. That's what the doctor told me. Said you got a sinus infection of the balls. My balls.
That scene is hilarious. You're talking about when he gets bit, right? With the spider?
No, I'm talking about when I yelled that on stream when I thought I had
Oh.
kidney stones.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about that. That was also funny.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of that scene in Meet the Millers where the friggin' spider, I think it's a spider,
Yes. It was
bites
trying-
him in his nuts. He goes, "Oh, my balls!" That's exactly what it sounded like.
Never even seen it.
Oh my god, that's
It was a
funny.
tarantula that bit him. It was a tarantula that bit him.
That sounds
I'm gonna send you
awful.
the scene, and
Okay.
you sounded identical to him.
It was pretty funny.
Didn't even notice because you sound completely fine. LMAO mentioning Kojima completely took everything out of you. You know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe Death Stranding 2 came out and it sapped my life force because it's getting too positive of reviews.
You need to calm the F down on your Kojima hate.
Look, everybody's got their one thing, or their one person. Probably. I don't know.
Maybe. Doubtful.
Well, that's it for today. Vortex, happy early birthday. Tomorrow's Vortex's birthday.
Ooh, are you playing Doom tomorrow?
I am.
Oh, it'd be interesting to see that. I have not seen any of Doom Dark Ages.
Yeah, I will be playing Dark Ages tomorrow.
I'm kind of waiting for a sale, to be honest.
That was the plan. The Vortex reminded me that it was his birthday, and he has been waiting for me to finish Doom Eternal on stream, and I never did, so I'm just going to move on to Doom Dark Ages.
Have you ever beat Eternal?
No, I did beat 2016,
Oh, okay.
but I never beat Eternal.
Eternal is... Yeah. We've had this conversation.
Yeah, I think I'm going to like Dark Ages a lot.
I don't know, man. I have not played it, so I can't say one way or the other. But
I've heard it's more 2016, less Eternal, and I personally liked 2016 better than Eternal.
I did
just-
too, but I don't know if it reminds me of 2016 though either. Like I don't know, man. I gotta play it, but
Yeah.
before I make a judgment. But yeah,
Hey, Flynn, can you say bye to the stream? Can you say bye to the stream? Speak. Oh, okay. Oh, speak. There we go.
There we go.
Good boy. Come here. Come here. Up. Good boy. You just clawed the shit out of me. He's got sharp nails. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Vortex, I'll see you tomorrow with Doom Dark Ages.
Sweet. Have a good night, guys.
Night.
Yep, see you.